Hello, folks. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm not in mood for any reviews. Just thought like maybe I'll take a day off or two. But then, the numbers of YouTube as such, if you take a break, it has seriously bad impact. So I continue to do the work sometimes just for content. So if you don't feel like watching this, if it's repetitive or it's kind of like same old content, you can definitely skip it. I will not mind, and this is absolutely fair. Okay, so I just want to talk about two things today. One is morning thoughts, other one is this one. I want to talk about this very popular line, Acqua Di Gio by Giorgio Armani, and this one has been talked to death. Like this house, this line, all the flankers, they're very popular. So I'm going to do sort of like a discussion, and it's up to you what you're going to do about it. So I'm going to talk about some. I don't have any more like the whole line. I actually owned. Apart from one or two, I used to have the whole line. So I'll talk about one by one, even though I don't have it. I tested them. So I will talk about it, and I'll let you know in the end if Acqua Di Gio is worth it at this point of any of the flankers, which one are the best ones, and what do they do basically, when is it suitable. So time is around 11:30, and let's start. So basically, I have done, if you go to my channel and if you just go Joy Amin Acqua Di Gio, you'll see all these reviews. Sorry, how do I show? Oh man, it's difficult to show. Anyway, so I have done Acqua Di Gio Perfume, Original, EDP, Special Blend, Profumo, the new Perfume I haven't tried. Then I did Profondo Lights, Absolute Instinct. There are quite a few. So basically, I do have quite a few now. The ones that I have, I will discuss them, and the ones I don't have, I also can discuss. So Original Acqua Di Gio was always expensive. This was my very first bottle of Acqua Di Gio. I never owned Acqua Di Gios back in the days when I was in college or university. For me, I did not have the budget to buy this. Let me tell you frankly, I was not working, so this kind of fragrances would cost you $100, even though it's an old fragrance reformulated. And in Malaysia, these things used to cost 450 ringgit. That is around now 100 something dollars. So I was not gonna pay. No one's gonna give me this kind of expensive gifts. So I'll tell you like from a simple life, my like average Joe life. Okay, so I always liked it. I seen in like people who are rich working, my elders, they used to own this. Back in the days, Acqua Di Gio was hugely popular. People bought it. Our fathers, uncles, they used it. My uncle used to use this, and people when they go overseas, they would buy a bottle alongside, Marlboro cigarettes, or maybe someone bring booze. So they bring perfumes also, like cassettes, CDs. So this used to be very luxurious item. Funnily enough, all the fragrances when they become old, they can hit discounters, and the most part they can be had for very affordable, discontinued, no, not discount, discounted prices. But there are some exceptions like this one, Chanel, Dior, Hermes. Few houses I hardly see them discounting their fragrances. I never see Dior Intense for cheap. This one, Chanel Allure line, Bleu de Chanel, they are never for cheap. They just go expensive over time. And Terre d'Hermes never was cheap. I saw it first time, it was around $90 when I saw it for the first time. I was not gonna blind buy that. So when you become a collector, you have budget and you sort of start working in this line, then you end up buying a lot of things. So my first bottle is almost finished. I got this in 2016 or 17, very first bottle from a perfume shop called Perfume Bangladesh. And I met Mr. Masood Al Mahdi that time. And it was like around very affordable price he gave me. He gave me for $65. And I think they were just starting a business, so they were offering good prices. So I definitely got it. I was very excited. It was very special. And this is kind of like, I don't know what batch. You can check the batch code. It is this batch code. Okay, so this is not vintage, but it was decent. Longevity was decent, and I always enjoyed this. But I'll tell you something, Acqua Di Gio, for me, given the price in the market, always felt way overpriced for what it is. Yes, I did say there are alternatives to that fragrance, like this one, Bentley, Silver Lake, quite a few. And then Armaf has many brands sort of took that inspiration and made their version. But so far, I always say Realist 360-degree red. This was the perfect solution. This one, Essenza, both. And this is not exactly the quality of Acqua Di Gio because it's more synthetic and affordable. 200 ml can be had for $45. So this thing is way more value. This last outperforms Acqua Di Gio any day. So people know. And thanks to Jeremy, we found this gem. But on the opening, it doesn't smell actually Acqua Di Gio. Acqua Di Gio opening is so much more pleasant. The smell, scent profile wise, Acqua Di Gio is magic. It's like marine notes, florals, aquatics, ozonic, kind of spices, kind of masculine, everything. This one is in family with Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue, Purom, Versace, Purom, that family. Back in the days, Kenzo, Bulgari, Aquamarine, these are all from the same era. So this thing, when it was released back in the days, people used to get like fantastic performance. So I never really got it. This one came in multiple bottle sizes, starting from 15 ml, like this uh, portable pocket size ones, and then they go all the way to 300. I think even 500 ml. I'm not sure. They have huge bottles. So I finished that 100 ml. Then I bought one more 100 ml. Then I realized, like, let's get a big bottle. I got a 200 ml. So you can buy more than this, 300, 400, I think more ml. And bigger bottle you buy, you get better pricing. But this thing never, even if you buy 300 ml, it is never, it's at least 80, $85 per 100 ml. So never became cheap. So this bottle is very iconic, this frosty look to it. I did review a special edition that was the blue bottle with the ocean picture. You have seen my review. So my 2 cent one, 2 cent on this one, Acqua Di Gio, is it is definitely a refined scent. Okay, definitely, no doubt about it. I wear this in weekends. I get 2 to 3 hours stops. It's like a CK1, but more masculine. So I wear this, but I do not recommend this fragrance to practical people who are on budget. This is definitely not for you. I rather say get the Imperialist. So Acqua Di Gio at this moment is more like a historical value, a nostalgia. If you have nostalgia, your dad used it and your friend used it, you used it, for the memories you can get it. But I think this is now obsolete in terms of pricing. Definitely, this is not the one I would suggest for full retail. Even if you get for cheap, like some people are buying this for $30, $40, these are fakes. Okay, so I'm sorry to say $50 Acqua Di Gio is not original. So you see, you have to pay the price sometimes to get the product, but this is not it. Just for sentimental value, smell is nice, but not retail or price worthy. Second one I reviewed, I think, was this one. I forgot which one came out first. Let's talk about Profumo. I'm going to go each, so this video may run long. Perfume, when it came out in a very beautiful black bottle with a silver coloration. It looked very attractive and it came with a magnetic cap. Mine is the second version, which is non-magnetic. They made this cheaper looking, and then this writings are more off-white. The original one used to be, like the magnetic cap used to be silver. I'm assuming not everybody tried everything, so I'm going in general. So that one I really enjoyed the magnetic cap. I have about how much left? If you can see the juice moving, it's about here, right? Here, last finger. So I have decent amount. I have about, I think, 20, 40 ml left. That is plenty enough. I don't need more than that because I have huge collection. Of course, if you have few hundreds, it is huge. So I really still enjoy these bottles. Very nice, premium looking bottle. But this was most expensive when it came out. 75 ml were going for $120. $125. I saw a lot of reviews in Malaysia, but I never could save enough or brave enough to buy this. I bought Chanel's. Up to Chanel, it was okay. Like, let's say Chanel's were like 350 ringgit, like that. I could afford that. But 450 for 75 ml didn't make sense. So I did not buy it. Someone in the end gave it to me like as a gift. One of my brothers who visited Kuala Lumpur, I was a tour guide for him. I took him around. He was very happy. He did some shopping. He got a perfume called Safari by Ralph Lauren, and he said, what else do you think is masculine? What do you like? He kind of trapped me, tricked me. And I said, I like this. Please take this. This is very good. I can't afford it, but you can definitely like it. It was brand new in 2016. And he bought with 2 bags. I did not still understand. When I got into the car, he gave me the 75 ml bottle and he said, this is for you as a gift. And I literally had my jaws drop because I'll just tell you, as an average Joe, you imagine you're not rich, you don't have enough money in your pocket, you just have enough money to survive, and someone gift you Acqua Di Gio Profumo. It is a big thing. So those who are average Joes, normal people, they can relate, right? Middle class people. So when I had it, I did not see also the hype behind it. Jeremy hyped it to the max. This Amara, Dylan, they are going for like huge hype. So Profumo, I liked. It was nice, but I felt it was not ever dark enough or long. GVT wise, it was not the best. I never got best performance out of it. So what I felt was this was a bit overhyped, like Dior Sauvage. Okay, I liked it later. Later, when it became more mature in 2-3 years, then it became better performer. I got better performance in Bangladesh, but never really felt it was worthy of the price tag. It was way too expensive. Never got discounted. So then it got discontinued in a way that they took out the magnetic cap version. They made this, release this version, and then discontinued this. This is not bad. This is also good, but not as good as the magnetic cap. Okay, I'm telling you, magnetic cap is so much more expensive than this. This is also expensive. But then this one got replaced by one more, the Perfume. I'll talk about it in a bit. Then I did have my love affair with Essenza. This was my most favorite Acqua Di Gio, hands down, ever. And I had 180 ml, 75 ml, 125 ml, multiple bottle size I have done purchase. I bought, I think, total 12 to 13 bottles of it, and I sold off about 8. Rest I kept, used, decanted. So a lot of memories with the magnetic cap. This one still have the magnetic cap, and this is the last bottle I kept with me. And after 2 months, I realized of keeping, I thought this much juice is enough, and I thought I'm gonna have it. But one fine day, I tried to just, it was raining, tried to spray it, and I saw the opening became kind of alcoholic, and I was very sad. I still keep it for the memory's sake. And what happened yesterday, it's like maybe it's like a miracle. One of the brothers I met, I don't usually socialize anymore or do the meetups, but I said yes to him because he's a very nice guy. So he gifted me this gem. He said I had this fragrance since 2019. I'm not going to disclose his name just for his personal, um, privacy. But he gifted me this, and I did not want to take this because it's so rare and so expensive. This two, sorry, 75 mil. You can sell it up to $250 now if you sell it on Amazon or anywhere. So this thing is not worth that price tag, but it is so precious. Okay, and I did come home and I just sprayed twice, and I just sat and enjoyed absolute beauty of it. Just realized what a beauty this was. I never recommend you to go and pay $200, $300 to buy this. Okay, for this bottle size, it's an absolute useless purchase. Okay, yes, for the memory's sake, once again, if your money is not an issue, fine. But if you're a practical person, never recommend this one. I rather say buy the new ones, Perfume new version, better. So Essenza was the best because of performance. It was wearable in summer, less peppery, more like something in it, like the florals or something. There's definitely a floral note in there, maybe geranium or something. It's not that patchouli. It's not as dark as Profumo, but this thing was bright. I think there was some sort of citrus, maybe this use of lemon, or I don't know, yuzu, that makes it more lemony. And sometimes you feel a little bit of a metallic tone. Very beautiful fragrance, very beautiful. I really wish they did not discontinue this. If they had, I would say buy a 180 ml. This is the best Acqua Di Gio in terms of everything, performance, value. But after that, there's one more which I love the most. That is the perfect one. But this thing at this point, no point buying this, paying all that money. But it is definitely one of the best. Those who had it, they know memories of this fragrance is enormous. So then we talk about this one. They released Absolute. My bottle is finished. See, maybe I can do one spray left. So I just kept this bottle and I bought this one. I think it's 125 or 200 ml. I forgot. So I had 200 ml. Is it 200 ml? No, this is 125 ml. So I had a 180 or 200, and then Profound also 200 ml. I purchased them together for decanting purpose. And I really clearly remember this one. I really enjoyed the smell. Very fruity, tropical, sweet, kind of like people say Invictus. But I think this was on its own a very good fruity perfume, but the performance was not best. I got about 4 to 5 average, and Profondo was horrible. Profondo was kind of like Mr. Burberry elements, but Mr. Burberry lasted like outperforms Acqua Di Gio. Acqua Di Gio Profondo lasted literally like 2 hours, and I could not even find it as a successful decant bottle. I sold it almost full bottle. Okay, so as a loss. So Profondo I don't have. Profondo Lights was more lighter, more lemony, and the new Perfume I have absolutely no interest. Okay, so this was very fruity. I really like the way this smells. Really nice bottle with that wooden cap. Very beautiful. It was discolored juice, golden or amber. This was one of my favorite smelling, but the performance was not best. So I'm not going to repurchase this. Then after that, I did purchase the special blend, Profumo special blend, and I sold it off for a very good price. It's very hard to find. The Profumo means this one has a special blend of 75 ml, says in gold and in special blend or something. That is going for kidney pricing. Okay, very expensive. Very close to Acqua Di Gio Profumo, but just a bit more spicy, just 5% difference. So again, not worth it. If you have this one, you don't need that. Then which one I had? Acqua Di Gio, the EDP. Then let's talk about the EDP. I liked it a lot. When I bought this first, it was clean, it was less peppery, it was more sweet. They played safe with it. And as time progressed, I just realized one thing. They just milking on a cow. It's like a cash cow. Just milking on the success of one particular fragrance success. And flanker game became such an annoying thing, Yeah, if only thing you get is flankers, that's all available. That's all you have to buy, right? So some people bought it, some people did not, because the price was somewhat like $80, $85. You could get it. Now, Acqua Di Gios are going for $150, $180 retail. And what they did, okay, let me talk about the last one, my favorite one. This was the most perfect one, in my humble opinion, the 125 ml Perfume version, or Parfum. This thing was released, I think, in 75 and 125 ml, and now this is discontinued. Can you believe that within a span of 1 year or less, this thing is discontinued and they now made 100 ml version, which is supposedly the closer to vintage Acqua Di Gio or Profumo. At that point, I actually had it. Let's talk about this, then I'll end the discussion. This fragrance, when I bought it, many people said, nah, this is not as good as Profumo. I prefer Profumo. One fine day, I just did hot. It was like hot as hell. I mean, like it was hot, humid. I went for a trip and I sprayed like 6, 7 times. Yes, I did spray enough, but the way it was projected and hanging in the high heat, I had massive respect. None of the Acqua Di Gios can outperform this. None. Not Essenza, not Profumo, not any of the Acqua Di Gio Absolute Instinct. None of them. This is the most beast mode I have seen so far on me. So that's why I recommend this. This is the best Acqua Di Gio, best of all worlds. Spicy, masculine, floral, aquatic, kind of like patchouli. So all these things are there. It is just basically Acqua Di Gio Profumo, refined and more oily. Okay, so that's what I feel. So this thing, get a backup bottle of that instead of buying the new perfume, even though I haven't tried the new one that Ashton talked about, but $180 for 100 mil or $150 for 125 mil. Which one makes more sense? Obviously, it's no brainer. So I paid $150 for that Acqua Di Gio perfume, the 125 mil. I think that was okay, but again, overpriced. So let's finish the discussion. Is Acqua Di Gio still worth it? At this current moment, the fragrance, no doubt, is a popular DNA, and they're just playing with the flankers just to make more money out of it. Every single company is doing that, They are just doing Chrome Legend, Chrome this, Chrome that, Boss Bottle this, that. Yeah, some of them are very good release, but I really wish they did not play safe and open a new line. Like let's say Hugo Boss started Boss the Scent, and I can, respect that. But when you see CK1 has 2000 flankers, Acqua Di Gio is going to have flankers after flankers, limited edition, this and that. Issey Miyake, I have been noticing this out. If it's a very unique release, I would not mind. Okay, Noir Ambre by Issey Miyake, Polaris, okay, Pulse of the Night, excellent releases. Nuit DC Parfum, those are good. But the summer ones, especially the summer ones, they all smell like kiwi. I'm just giving you an example. So Acqua Di Gios, they don't have that much of difference or offering that is unique enough to say, yeah, it is a buy. Only people who buy this who are loyal to this brand. I'm loyal to this brand, but I'm getting tired of it. Okay, and Acqua Di Gio definitely is a nostalgic smell. It's a great fragrance, but at this point, it's just ridiculously expensive. I have them, yeah. I look stupid when I say that, but when I look at the pricing, you can get an Amouage, you can get at discounted price, you can get many niche houses, Nishane, you can get two Manceras. Can you imagine a designer costs 2 times more than a niche or same price as niche? Not that all the niche are good as well, but niche companies, they use in general by right more natural ingredients or more high class ingredients. So basically the fragrances last longer, better fixatives, natural quality. So I rather pay for niche rather than these synthetic designers. Acqua Di Gios are synthetic. There's nothing natural about them. And this is just they're doing to earn. At some point when 2 or 3 will become a failure, and this is a joke. A perfume, we have 2, 3 versions. Which one are you going to buy? People are going to be those who do not know. They might end up buying a wrong one. So at this point, there are way too many flankers, and it's pointless. I'm losing respect for Armani a little bit. Like Armani, Chanel, Dior, not releasing anything new. They're just playing safe, and perhaps they have their reasons. But at this point, I think it is not worth paying. Definitely not retail. Definitely not even tested. Definitely not even discounted. $150 for Acqua Di Gio. It used to be $85. That was expensive enough, right? So my final verdict is, if you just want to get one, you can get one, but do not collect the whole line. It will be just a waste of time and money. If you really want, you can get the Parfum. Parfum is the best. And if you can get Essenza at a decent pricing, Essenza is something that left good memories. That is a good juice. But the rest of them, not worth the price. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully, I did not bore you too much, but test the fragrance. End of the day, you can see. But if you see it's your hard-earned money, see where you're gonna put it. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.